Close your eyes for a moment and picture this: a blazing African sun, a vast sweep of golden sand, and in the distance, a silhouette tall and proud, horns like twin spears glinting in the heat haze. That is the Gemsbok, one of nature's most breathtaking desert survivors. With their bold black and white facial masks and sleek, powerful bodies, they look like desert royalty dressed for a grand parade. Today, we're diving deep into their world, where beauty meets survival, and every step tells a story. Let's head into the wild and meet the Gemsbok. Picture a land where the horizon melts into the sky, and the wind shapes the sand into endless ripples. That's where the Gemsbok makes its home. From the copper-red dunes of Namibia to the grassy plains of Botswana and the open savannas of South Africa, they roam like desert nomads. You might even spot them in Angola, standing motionless against the landscape, blending in perfectly until they decide to move. The Gemsbok's connection to Africa runs deep. They've been admired for centuries and even hold a place of honor. They're not just part of the scenery, they're a symbol of survival. There are actually two main types of Gemsbok: the southern Gemsbok and the northern Gemsbok. They look very similar, but the northern ones tend to have slightly different horn shapes and markings. And those markings, wow. Imagine a tan or light gray coat with bold black stripes running along the flanks and legs, and a pure white underbelly. Their face has that dramatic black and white mask, almost like nature painted them for a masquerade ball. Then there's the crown jewel, their horns. Both males and females have them, and they can grow up to 33 inches long. Horns are straight, sharp, and deadly accurate if they need to defend themselves. Don't be fooled by their calm, elegant walk. Gemsbok can really move when they want to. They can reach speeds of up to 35 miles per hour. That's about 56 kilometers per hour. Perfect for escaping dangerous predators. They are also very social, often seen in herds of 10 to 40 individuals. These groups can be mixed with males, females, and calves, but sometimes you'll see bachelor herds hanging out together, proud bulls keeping watch, and sometimes all-male bachelor groups striding together like a desert patrol. Gemsbok typically do not have long-distance migration like some other antelopes such as the wildebeest. They are constantly on the move, but they are not following a fixed seasonal route. Their ability to coordinate and stay alert is part of why they've survived for thousands of years. Their alertness and teamwork make them tough targets for predators, because in the desert, survival is all about watching out for each other. The Gemsbok's menu might sound plain: grasses, leaves, shrubs, but in the desert, every bite matters. They've mastered the art of finding moisture-rich plants, even digging up hidden roots and tubers that act like natural water bottles, and as a bonus, they might find wild melons and cucumbers, providing a vital source of hydration. This amazing adaptation means they can go weeks without visiting a waterhole. Still, when they do find water, they'll drink deeply, savoring every drop before stepping back to let others in. On a scorching day, you might see them gathered quietly under the shade of a lone acacia tree, the heat rising off the sand while they wait for the air to cool. The Gemsbok is a powerhouse built for endurance. Standing about 3.6 to 4.1 feet at the shoulder, that's 110 to 125 centimeters. They cut an imposing figure against the horizon. Males tip the scales at 530 to 570 pounds, while females are just slightly lighter. With the right conditions, they can live up to 18 years in the wild, and even longer in protected reserves. A long reign for a desert antelope. Their strength isn't just physical, it's in their resilience. Every step they take is proof that they are built to last. After the rains, when the land turns briefly green and fresh grass covers the ground, romance is in the air. Bulls lower their heads, showing off their horns in slow, deliberate displays, circling rivals in a silent challenge. Once a female chooses a mate, she carries her calf for about 8.5 months. When the calf arrives, it's the color of the desert sand, perfect camouflage from day one. Within hours, it can stand. Within days, it is trotting alongside its mother, and by just a few weeks, is nibbling plants like a tiny, curious explorer. In around 6 weeks, the mother and calf will rejoin the main herd. Here's a few extra gems about the Gemsbok. 1. They can raise their body temperature to avoid sweating, saving water in the heat. 2. Their horns aren't just for defense. They're handy tools for digging and snapping branches. And 3. Despite their African roots, their name comes from Dutch settlers and means male chamois, even though they're not closely related to the European chamois at all. That's a species of a goat antelope. Nature, as always, keeps us guessing. The Gemsbok is more than just an antelope. It's a living emblem of elegance and endurance. Every stripe, every step, every glint of those long horns tells a story of life in one of Earth's most challenging environments. So if you ever find yourself in the wilds of southern Africa, keep your gaze on the shimmering horizon, because if you're lucky, you might just see a herd moving across the sands, a moment that will stay with you forever. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey, give us a thumb up, subscribe to BearBunk, and follow our channel for more amazing wildlife stories. And remember, the Gemsbok is proof that beauty and strength can survive even the harshest lands. And that's the magic of the Gemsbok. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and keep exploring the wild side of life.